Welcome to another beautiful video where we are discussing multivariable equations. Well, these are parametric equations since we are giving you the value of x and y separately. We need to write this as a Cartesian equation. Try to understand the strategy with this example. In case you want to learn from me, you can always join my classes. Send the email on the address given. Enjoy the journey of success. I am Kumar. Welcome to my YouTube channel and the website Global Math Institute. Here is an excellent question based on parametric equations shared by one of my students. Let us see how do we solve such questions. In case you want to learn from me, you can always send an email on the address given. The graph of a curve is defined by the parametric equations, and the equations are given to you. X equals to u square minus v square, y equals to 2uv, where u and v are real parameters related by 2u square minus v square equals to 1. The Cartesian equation for the curve is y square equals to a x minus b times 2x minus c. Find the value of a, b, and c. That's the question for you. You can pause the video, answer the question, and then look into my suggestions. So the Cartesian equation is always in terms of x and y. Right? That's your Cartesian plane. We are given parameters, x as something, a function of u and v, y is also a function of u and v, and u and v are related. We have to use these three equations to figure out the Cartesian equation. So the strategy here is basically to eliminate u and v and get the relation in terms of x and y. Perfect. I'd like you to pause the video, answer this question, and then look into my suggestions. Now, how do we eliminate u and v? So what we could do is, starting from any equation you could start with, right? So for example, we can start with u and v itself. Since we want to eliminate, let us write one in terms of the other. So we have 2u square minus v square equals to 1. So we can write v square in terms of u square. So v square is equal to 2u square minus 1. So we get one of our equations. So we have decided to write everything in terms of u, and then we'll eliminate u. That's the whole idea. Okay, so v square is 2u square minus 1. X is u square minus v square. We can also write x in terms of u. Since we know x is u square minus v square, substituting the value of v square, we get u square minus 2u square minus 1. Simplifying, we get what? U square minus 2u square plus 1, and that gives us minus u square plus 1, correct? So that becomes the value of x. So u square minus v square, and instead of v square, we have substituted from 1 the value of v square, which is 2 square minus 1 in the expression. So that gives us the value of x, and we'll call this as our equation number 2. Let's now work on y. So we have y equals to 2uv. Since all are in squares, let us square this equation. We get y square equals to 4 u square v square. And now we can replace v square with 2u square minus 1. So y square is 4. Instead of v square, we'll write 2 square minus 1, right? So we have u square times 2u square minus 1. And now we have to only substitute u in terms of x. You get the idea. In that case, we can write this equation in terms of x and y. So let us go back and work on our equation number 2. We can now isolate what u square is in terms of x itself. So bringing u square to the left side, we get 1 minus x as the value. So we'll call this as our equation number 3. Substituting the value of u square as 1 minus x, we get 1. Now, we can substitute this value, u square equals to 1 minus x, in y. Once we do that, we get our required parametric equation. Perfect. So we can write this as y square equals to 4 times. Instead of u square, we can write 1 minus x. And here we have 2 times 1 minus x minus 1. Clear? In the given expression, we have x minus b and 2x minus c, right? So we have to write x first. Remember that. Okay. So we could write this as, let me first simplify, then we can change the sign. So here we have 2 minus 2x minus 1, and that gives you 4 times 1 minus x times 2 minus 1 is 1, right? 1 minus 2x. So both these terms we are getting like 1 minus. If I multiply them with negative, this negative will become 4 times x minus 1, and that negative will be 2x minus 1. Perfect. Negative negative becomes positive. And now we can compare our equation. So what do we get? The value of b and c as, and the value of a. As you can see from the given equation here, we have a equals to 4, right? So we can write a equals to 4, b equals to 1, and c also is equal to 1. Is that clear to you? So that is how we get our equation, which can now be written as y square equals to 4 times x minus 1 times 2x minus 1. Is that clear to you? That is how we could do this particular question. Here is a solution for you. Have a good look at it. Try to understand these strategies. So basically, what we did was, we first wrote everything in terms of u square. Correct? We squared y terms and then replaced v square and got y also in terms of u square. In the equation x equals to u square minus v square, we substitute the value of v square, simplified in terms of u square, and then we found what u square is in terms of x, 1 minus x. And we substitute 1 minus x in the expression to get our final result. So I hope the steps are absolutely clear. That is how we should be solving such questions. I hope you appreciate this wonderful strategy. Feel free to write your comments and suggestions. If you like and subscribe to my videos, that would be great. Thanks for your time and all the best.